I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. I am here with Nikki Gestalt. Hello!
Hello, guten Tag. How is everyone doing?
Well, I'm doing great now that you're here. I appreciate you coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, my name is Nikki Gestalt. I am a Gestalt type homunculus VTuber, which is something I completely made up. I've been a content creator for about 15 years, and I am currently technically with Eurium because they own my character.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's
I
good
came
to,
up with my character, though.
it's good to talk with you, and you're the first person of all of these 630 plus interviews to describe themselves as a homunculus.
Yep.
That's a very good word, and you've if this was Groucho's You Bet Your Life, you'd get the $500 prize, but it isn't, and I don't have that type of money.
Yeah. The homunculus thing kind of came from I just kind of really like the idea of artificial humans. I
Yeah.
just think that's really cool.
Yes. At least you didn't steal like a Gollum or something like that. That would have been
Oh no.
yeah.
That a Golem VTuber would be cool,
Yeah.
but not for me.
Yeah. Have something like a Solomon Grundy VTuber. That would be something.
Oh god.
Solomon
Bizarro.
Grundy play Pokemon. Okay, go ahead, Solomon. I'm just giving
I
somebody
have
an
been
idea.
a content creator for about 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you
Uh,
what did you start with?
okay, so I was on YouTube when the landscape was very different.
Mm-hmm.
Making money through content creation was considered not really something you could do. You couldn't really make a career out of content creation, mainly because videos were just kind of memes. You would go viral, which nowadays just means becoming a meme.
Right. Right.
And it just means you get a lot of attention. So how I got started was my very first video was me filming my friend screaming at Mario. That got about 500 views.
Yeah.
My second video, which is the one that kind of put me on the map on YouTube for a little bit,
Yeah.
but not really. I was like 15, and I heard that if you put Axe body spray on something and light it on fire, it'll burn up for a little bit and then go out.
Uh,
So I decided to test this. I turned on my camera and said, okay, my name is so-and-so, and this is the Axe butane test. And I sprayed it all over my hand and I lit it.
oh my God.
And it actually didn't burn at all. It was actually really cold
Yeah.
because of the butane. And
Right.
then it just burned out before it even touched my skin.
Wow.
That got me demonetized on YouTube. Well, not demonetized, but like my video got taken down.
Yeah, I bet.
My third video, which actually almost got me monetization. Monetization back then was like 1,000 views or something.
Yeah.
Watch time wasn't really calculated.
Yeah.
I was reviewing this terrible like single action airsoft pistol that
Yeah.
I got for $20 at Walmart.
Oh, yeah. They got that type of thing out there still, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was single action. It didn't have a cartridge or anything. And it was really stiff, so I was on camera trying to pull this thing, and I barely could manage it. I was like a scrawny 15-year-old.
Like,
And I also reviewed the Red Rider because I was like, here's the mystic gun from Christmas Carol. And then I shot it like a few times and I go, it's okay. It's not great, but it's fine.
yeah. I don't know what the big deal was about it, but it's okay. It's okay. It was just easier
It
to put in
doesn't
the
even
script.
like really have all the features that they claim, like the compass and the time wheel and all that on the stock.
Yeah. Oh well, no. I mean, the Red Rider was the. I mean, speaking as an old man, um, which I'm very good at because I am. Um, that was the top gun at the time. The top BB gun was the Red Rider.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was the top gun for like children.
Yeah. Yeah.
The top air like BB gun for teenagers was, I think, a Crossman.
Oh, I don't. I remember the name. I remember the name, and I remember
I
the logo. I think of that one. But
Yeah, it was just like a Crossman pellet gun, which teenagers would use to terrorize people.
yes, now they get the water guns, the ones that
Oh
shoot the
yes, the Super
Orbeez.
Soakers.
No, the Orbeez. They put those Orby
Oh,
things in guns and shoot each other with them.
wait, you can do that? I didn't know you could do that.
Yes, you can, and you can do a lot of damage with those things if you really do it just right, and make people really, really mad. uh, uh,
So, my my sister when she had her birthday, uh they had like balloons, but they had a bunch of extra ones.
uh-huh.
So, water balloons are supposed to be like thin. They're thin
Yeah,
inside so you don't hurt somebody,
right.
and so you can only fill them up a little bit.
Yeah.
I filled these things up till they were about the size of my head, and I threw them at my big brother. I terrorized him. Some of them would pop, some of them wouldn't, so I would throw them again.
Yeah, pick them up and reusable ammunition. That's always good to have.
I did this for a few days. One time I opened the window and he was like relaxing outside, he was in the shade. And I threw it at him.
Yeah.
And like when he was like, "What the hell?" I just go, "You are never safe.
That's that,
You
that
will never be."
you will never be safe from me. That's something that goes on the Christmas cards, I bet.
Yeah, like stuff was so different like 15 to 14 years ago.
Oh yeah, very much so. Yes, and it was a lot easier to have fun as a kid. I was a kid before jarts were illegal. So there you go. You
Yeah,
can,
oh yeah, lawn darts.
yeah, you can't do
Oh
them
my
now, of
God.
course. And people were. I still don't understand how people were injuring themselves left and right on it because you had to be really really terrible to do something like that.
You
But
gotta be you gotta be doing that on
oh,
purpose.
you have
Like
to
I
be.
am convinced a lot of people who got hurt with lawn darts were like their friend was just kind of a, you know,
Yeah.
meanie and just threw it at them while they were trying to go get the lawn dart on purpose.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and had to have been. I would think it's first of all, you don't really have that much control over it once you let it go. At least I didn't.
Yeah.
And the wind took it anywhere. It wasn't going anywhere near the thing. I mean, horseshoe kind of cut into the wind a little bit. These things, no, they had wings and they would
Yeah,
fly.
they were like javelins.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if you threw it at it like a javelin to somebody, maybe you'd hit them. But if you landed on them, but there are plenty of other things. But it was such a big, wide thing at the time, and now you can't even buy them
Yeah,
unless.
you can't buy lawn darts anymore. There are a few things that they had back then that you just can't buy anymore, but I really want. Like I look on eBay for them.
Yeah. And do you
I
ever?
forget one, but
Yeah. I mean, do they?
I
They.
think I was looking for an antique porcelain doll from that time at
Oh,
one point.
do they?
Uh, I-
Do they actually come up on eBay?
yeah, lawn darts. I think for a while were coming up on eBay. They don't really anymore.
Oh, well, I'm kind of
Let me
surprised at
look.
that. But
Let me look that up actually. Lawn darts. Yep, you can sort of buy lawn darts. They're the gimped version with
oh,
no tip on them.
oh yes, yes. Like buying regular darts. I mean, regular darts are worse than lawn darts.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Um
fire those things, hit people. I know, I've done it,
like
not on purpose.
lawn darts you could relatively dodge. They don't go that fast.
Yeah.
Regular darts, if you get hit with one of those, it'll probably hit you in the eye.
Oh yeah, it. I was a menace with darts because I
Oh
didn't know
god.
which hand to throw it with because everything I do with any accuracy has to be left-handed, and anything with any power has to be right-handed. So if I threw it left-handed, it would be right at the bullseye, but about a foot short. And right-handed, it might hit the bullseye. It might hit the waitress on the other side of the bar. So
Yeah. That and like here's the thing, if they accidentally like spin a little bit in the air, they just bounce off the target.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. That's another
I
reason
don't
why.
understand how axe throwing is a thing. I
Yeah,
especially don't understand them serving alcohol
yes,
at an axe throwing place.
yeah.
That is a horrible idea.
That is not exactly, that should be like number one in the Boy Scout book. Do not give axes to drunk people. I would you get your
Yeah.
badges taken away. So how
I
what
actually went axe throwing
yeah? How'd you do?
with my old company. I never really got it in
Yeah,
because they weren't using double-ended axes. They were just using like
hatchets.
hatchets,
Yeah, yeah.
which are
Well,
hard to really throw that way.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you were able to do that really well, then you probably would have been president of the company. It's like one of those sword in the stone type things.
Yeah, it was like a housekeeping company. It was an okay job, but like they basically window sat me after a while because I didn't do well with cleaning.
Ah, yeah,
And my manager made up something about me being completely disabled in my shins.
yes,
I had shin splints. They were healed up in like a week.
yeah. That still hurts though. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I used to get them as a kid all the time. It just
Oh, I hate them.
it was
They're
like
awful.
yeah, it was just oh that really hurts a lot all the time. Keep running. Okay. Can you spray something on? No, keep running. Okay. Um.
Um,
So after you got started with those types of uh, projects, did you move on to any type of a streaming role after that?
I I started streaming about 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I started VTubing about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I started VTubing as soon as VRoid Studio became a thing,
Mm.
and I could just make my own character.
Yeah.
So, so in like 2021, I made a character and I started VTubing. I didn't really get my character solidified until about 2022. I
Mm.
also didn't save anything from 2021.
No. Don't go looking for it,
This was
folks. It's not there.
before this was before I knew make backups of everything.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's I have a computer that's only for this.
Yeah.
Everything I do is on this computer. I'm going to back it up every chance I get, so I don't lose it.
Every time I make any form of change to my model or get some art, I put it on a USB stick that I have now.
Yep. Yep. That's the way to do it. Just uh just make sure that you've got it backed up because when we would have trouble with an audio tape, we can edit around that because the audio is going to still
Yeah.
be on the tape. If you lose it in a computer, it's gone.
Yeah, it's absolutely gone unless you put it on like the internet. Then it stays there forever,
Yeah,
even if you delete it.
it's never gone if it's up on the internet. It's people are finding that out too.
Even if you delete it, I guarantee someone archived it.
Hmm.
Even if you think you're like the thing is irrelevant, I guarantee someone was like, "Okay, I'm gonna put that on archive.org."
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm safe now. No, you're not. You are not safe.
You're really not.
Yeah.
Like if you make some kind of something that I always warn like a lot of uh people against
Yeah.
is on your personal account, don't say anything that you wouldn't say on your public facing.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Don't say anything like I knew one VTuber who had a personal account and they got in serious trouble because on their personal account they were basically making fun of their audience.
Oh, that's not a good
And
thing.
that was not good. I'm not gonna say their name. I don't want
Yeah,
to start drama.
yeah. No, 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 no. It always comes back to haunt you. It always does.
It does.
And as
And people will archive it. It
yeah,
will end your career.
yeah. I have always tried to temper my own self by not using a name other than mine, because
I
it's just going to come back to me, and if I did it wrong, I did it wrong. And,
I used to have a private account where I would complain about pretty much everything.
yeah.
But then after a while, I started therapy.
Hmm.
Like even at the start of therapy, I realized this. I realized that like it's social media, doesn't matter that much. And so I deleted that account and I got a journal instead.
Well, there you go. And less chance of the journal falling on the internet and somebody keeping it
Yeah.
as a sword over your head for the rest of your life.
What people don't realize about like personal accounts is you are going to at some point slip up
Hmm.
and reveal your professional account.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
You will
It's
slip up. So try to be a positive force.
yeah, yeah. Sooner or later the link's going to be made. They're out there. There's somebody out there. If they want to make that link, they're going to find it, and they'll.
There are people who analyze like how people talk and type,
Yeah,
and they can figure you out by just how you type.
yeah. It's
It's insane.
yeah, and that's they use the key loggers for um to do
Yeah.
that sort of thing and
But
figure
like
out
even just
passwords and
like how
such.
you write your posts, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And it's
depending on words you use a lot, you know.
people have a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah.
I,
People some people have nothing but time.
yeah. I say I have a lot of time, but I'm also very lazy. So if
Yeah, I
even
am
my most
too.
evil plans never come to fruition because I'm just couldn't be bothered.
Can I be real? When I'm not streaming, I am usually just staring at a wall with like a video playing as white noise, and I do that for like hours.
Hey, I've done that. That's what I do at work. We get an hour of lunch at work, and I'll have a couple sandwiches or whatever. It gets packed in my lunchbox, and then I'll go and just veg out with some white noise just to erase
I
everything.
Yeah,
And
like I will just be sitting there and I think it's only been 20 minutes and I look at the clock and like 3 hours have passed.
yeah, yeah, it's that's what I do it at the very end of the shift too, at the as late as possible. So when I'm done with it, it's like, oh, I've only got an hour left to work. Here you go.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do now is I'm like looking for hobbies that I can do on stream and off stream.
Mm.
Because
Uh,
like I used to play a lot of story-based games on stream, but something I'm noticing is that that's actually not a good idea because at some point you're just not gonna you're gonna want to play something off stream,
yeah,
and you can't play this story-based game off stream. You're doing a playthrough.
right, right, yeah, and doing a lot of things off stream is pretty much anathema to getting your audience to uh, follow you because you're you're cutting out big pieces of the narrative. If they're following you playing a certain game, they want to see what happens next and next and next, not pause, fast forward, that type of thing.
However, if you're playing something like Dead by Daylight or Fortnite or,
Mm,
a MOBA of some kind,
right.
you can just like play it off stream and it's fine.
Yeah, something like
No
that.
one's gonna
Yeah.
care.
Of course, Dead by Daylight for me is just being hung on hooks all the time. That's all. The only thing I
I
would be is
mean, Dead
hung on
by
a hook.
Daylight's okay, in
Yeah.
my opinion. I'm not that fond of it,
Mm,
but I can play it.
yeah. What games would you rather play online?
I've been getting really into Deadlock and Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon Unite. Huh? So what is different about that Pokemon game?
Uh, it's not actually like a real Pokemon game. It's a MOBA that
Hmm.
uses Pokemon characters. Basically, it's like League of Legends with Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay, I have seen that. I have seen that. Yeah. It's so you're
it's like really cool.
yeah you have to actually um, strategize and fight your way through these things and
Yeah, and
get to capture flags and such.
yeah, you have to capture like points.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about when the new Metroid Prime comes out, streaming that.
Hmm.
I really like Metroid Prime.
Yeah. What would be your comfort game if you had one?
Honestly, Metroid, that's one I can just play. Like the entire series, I can just play through that and be perfectly fine with it.
Yeah. And no problem at all. Just putting that in there and vegging out for a while, huh?
Yeah, I just like I I used to do like every year I would play through the Metroid series, which is an insane time sink.
Hmm.
And because there's like so many games in that.
Oh yeah.
And I'd play all of them.
Hmm.
Like
And
I played it the way it was intended too. I would do, you know,
yeah.
Metroid Zero Mission, and then I would do all the Prime games. Each one is like at least 20 hours each.
Eesh. And then
So like
by then you're like a month in, or how many months are you in?
uh a playthrough for all the Metroid games usually takes about a month,
Oh my
just because
gosh.
of Prime. Prime are the longest
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. And then you got to do it in order, otherwise it's not going to make any sense.
There's no story, but so I could just like start anywhere.
Mm.
Well, there is technically like a connecting lore, but like everyone knows it and I can just explain it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I like playing all the games, so I play them in order.
So yeah, that's are you doing that right now on stream?
No, that I actually haven't started that yet. I'm going to as soon as like when it's close to Prime 4's release, I will start that.
Wow. Okay. All right. Have you got
I
any
also didn't
other?
have a Switch for a while. I let my partner borrow it.
Ah, there you go. Do you have anything in the queue for next step, or you that you're looking forward to besides that particular series?
In terms of games,
Yeah.
I mean, I got Silent Hill F. That was decent.
Hmm.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I do a lot of horror stuff. I think another game I'm really excited for is I'm trying to think because there's a lot. Uh, I'll look at the upcoming and it'll immediately come to me. I think there's like oh yeah, repacked edition, but that came out.
Yeah.
Yuka Replay, the
Ah.
remake of Yooka-Laylee.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And Demon Tides. I really want to play Demon Tides.
Okay, that's one I haven't heard of. What's that all about?
It's a 3D platformer made by the person who's currently making Bubsy 4D.
Oh, jeez.
He wanted basically this person is trying to make a good Bubsy game,
Well,
which is
Godspeed.
hard because like if you're competent, I I think Bubsy could work as a game if the person making it is somewhat competent.
Yeah. Yeah, and gives kind of a nod to the predecessor's history, but doesn't follow it. You know. Um.
I think the only issue we're gonna come up with will be he better have like an option to turn off Bubsy's
Yeah.
uh like
Yapping.
talking
Yeah.
because when I played Bubsy 3D uh okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying I love Lanny Manella. I
Mhm.
think she's great. I love her voice acting.
Yeah.
Bubsy 3D almost made me hate her really bad
Yeah.
because
That happened.
like you would be walking around and like it could be a completely arbitrary thing. Like
Yeah.
it could be a collectible or something. And you grab it and Bubsy immediately chimes in with something.
Ah, yeah. There's got to be something coming out of his mouth because he picked up something.
There's always got to be something
Yeah.
and it gets unbearable.
Is it more than? Does he go through a cycle of lines, or is it different for each thing you pick up?
I think it's a cycle. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that he will occasionally just say stuff.
Oh.
Like he'll go, "Wow, collectibles. These game designers sure know how to do things." And I'm like, "Oh God, shut up."
Says, yes, why are you denigrating your own game like this? It's not even funny. It's like,
He's not denigrating it, like he's saying, "Oh wow, they're so smart leading me with these collectibles," and he's
yeah,
not even saying it sarcastically.
no, no, uh, I think I certainly, it could come up with something that'll work if they. Do you think it'd have to be super camp, or do you think it can be,
I think that the voice would have to be not grating.
yeah,
Because it's not that Lanny Manella's voice is grating exactly. Uh, it's because of the direction she was given, which was basically just be annoying. Be annoying,
be
Lanny.
be as
Just
annoying
be
as
annoying.
possible. Yes,
And
and
her
she
concept of annoying was just putting on a really scratchy and high pitched voice.
well, I mean, she did a good job of annoying. Um,
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to Paralives and Dragon Quest 1 and 2
ah,
and 7. Oh, and Hollow Village. That's a game that's coming out. I forgot.
Hollow Village.
It's like the Animal Crossing thing, but it has Hololive characters.
Oh my gosh! Well, that's going to be off the roof, isn't it? That's going to be that's going to be
I'm very
patently
excited
silly.
for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, um and the worst part about Bubsy's like voice is okay, I have a disability and I just found out about it. I have SSCD. So
Okay.
like high pitched stuff really messes with my inner ear,
Oh yeah. Yeah. You don't mess with that. And you start.
including like even just loud stuff, slightly loud stuff
Yeah.
can really mess with my inner ear.
Oh. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, that throws you off. Messing with the inner ear throws off a lot of things, like standing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I there's a running joke of how many times I've fallen down the stairs on stream. Going to get something. Like
oh no.
I will get up and go, okay, I'm gonna go get like a thing or whatever, and
Yeah.
then I'd fall down the stairs.
Are you talking for real falling down the stairs, or are you playing something that's falling down the stairs?
Oh no, I actually like at about the fifth, at about the fifth step down, I fall down the stairs. So I've never gotten seriously hurt.
Oh, my gosh. Uh,
Um, my ultimate goal is to make a VTuber Batsu game in the style of Gaki no Tsukai.
right.
Basically, make like a custom VR chat 3D world, and everyone has a pie shock on their arms.
Okay.
And the whole goal is I'm gonna have like a bunch of traps to try and make them laugh. And if they laugh, then it says like, let me give an example. Let me see one of my VTuber friends. Uh, Davidark, auto, and then it shocks them. Or if they're all out, it just goes all auto and shocks all of them.
But whatever it does, it's going to shock all of them in the end.
Yep. And I have several ideas for traps, but I can't get that this year on New Year's,
Whoops.
unfortunately. Too much money.
Yeah, that's a big thing. There's always going to be money involved in something along those lines. Did
Yeah,
when
we
you
are.
since you started such a long time ago, have you invested a lot of money in your equipment?
Oh yes, I have a Yamaha AG03 and a Fifine XLR mic. I used to have a Shure, but you're not gonna believe this. I actually had like a monoprice mixing board before,
Oh,
and I was playing Pathfinder with my friends, and I started hearing this buzzing coming from like my cord,
right.
on both my mic and my mixing board. Most people would think, okay, I'll just turn it off. I'll turn it off so it doesn't affect anything.
Right.
I grabbed the cord.
Oh no.
I got electrocuted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the only reason I knew that was because my entire arm went numb
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
and I couldn't let go.
Yeah. I did. I've had that happen. a few times where I've hit a old radio earphone jack, and one of the wires would be loose on that, and you just get thump 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 thump, just to get like somebody's hitting
Yeah.
your thumb, like, oh, I'm being electrocuted.
It was a continuous stream
Yeah,
of uh electro, basically.
yeah, yeah.
Um
And that's not good. I wouldn't suggest it as a hobby.
yeah, my sister got electrocuted worse than me, but the thing a lot of people were like, "Well, how did that happen?" And I go, "Because it uses a two-prong thing, and the jack, I guess, got overloaded because there was a power thing going on outside,
Oh,
and it got overloaded, so traveled up the two prongs, didn't have a ground, went into the mixing board, and went out the first place it could, which was my cable,
oh,
and
gee.
then my arm.
Oh no. Ah, yeah,
The
well,
only way to get it to stop was to
well,
was to like turn off the board."
yeah, there's everybody says lightning never hits the same place twice and that type of stuff. Electricity goes where it wants, and especially lightning. You can get hit by lightning. I would get hit all the time because we would have at the radio station, the tower was directly above us. So you're talking a radio tower that's 1,000 feet in the air, it's going to get hit by lightning, and
Yeah.
it could just go straight into the ground wires, and do nothing. It could knock out the power to the radio station completely. It could go down and affect one clock in one room. Just shut it off, like a digital clock, or fry it completely. It's going to do what it wants. try to
Yeah.
try to
If
give
I
it a lot of
remember
options.
correctly,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, lightning doesn't really have a set voltage, ampage, or wattage.
No, it.
So sometimes it's like high watts.
Oh yeah.
Like I know someone who has been hit by lightning and he was completely fine. He just has a scar. He
Yeah.
didn't get any heart problems or die or anything.
Oh
He was fine.
yeah.
And I know some people, and I've seen some people who got hit by lightning and they have problems for life.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's that one guy who got hit like 7 times or something, supposedly.
Oh yeah, there was a guy who got hit 7 times with lightning. Oh,
Yeah.
why am I laughing at that? That's horrible. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just a nervous
He has like
tick.
his shoes to where he just got blown out of his shoes and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's really horrible. I would never go outside again.
A big myth I really hate is that like, oh, if you wear rubber gloves, just rubber kitchen gloves or whatever, you can resist electric shock. And I'm like,
Right.
no,
No, no, no, no.
it's not that type of rubber. It's like latex rubber, which
Yeah. Yeah.
while it doesn't conduct electricity, it's still gonna hurt. It's gonna go through it.
Yeah. It's basically it's going to melt it, is what it's going to do.
Yep.
And might melt you
Even
through it.
electrician gloves are like these thick padded things, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. I went although I have to say I did one time fix a we had a very, very old radio board in the last station I worked at, and there was a hum that we couldn't
Oh yeah.
that was just constant, and we had to use the board, so it was on the air. It was terrible. And after we
Yeah.
got done in the morning, I flipped the board off and took a screwdriver while it was still on, because I'm not an engineer by any stretch of the imagination, and our engineer was not there. And I just went around and looked at wires to see where the hum was coming from. Turns out there was one wire that had gotten loose, and that's why it was humming. If I touched that
Yeah.
wire, the hum stopped. So I looked at the nearest screw and screwed it to the wire. I don't even know what it was for, but it worked.
Yeah. I think it's kind of weird that like mixing boards don't use like grounded power plugs.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even like amplifiers on guitars use grounded power plugs.
Oh yeah. 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 Well,
Even though there have been a lot of incidents of guitar players thinking they'll get better sound by ripping that ground off
mhm,
and plugging it in, and what do you know? They get electrocuted.
yeah. Yeah. But well, the really old ones we had at the first station, were big old Harris boards that um, had lots of buttons and dials and stuff. And it,
And had like a big honking power bank. Probably
yeah,
was connected directly to the
yeah,
fuse box or something,
yeah,
or
it
the.
did, it did, and it was, and it never got hit by lightning at all. It was fine. It never zapped me, but you sure used the crap out of it overnights. What does this
I
button do?
Yeah, I actually like started swearing off mixing boards that use battery bank like power banks or power plugs that go
Mm.
into an outlet.
Oh yeah?
I swore off it. My Yamaha, I do not have that plugged into a wall.
Oh no?
That is plugged into my computer,
Ah, yeah,
and that is the primary power source.
yeah. That's my little bitty thing that I use is directly into the computer as well. Um,
Yeah, the AGO3 is pretty small.
yeah, I've got my equipment. If I told people what it was, they'd say like, you actually they actually made you spend money for that? Like, yeah, it wasn't that much money. You know. It works. I don't need to have. I'm not singing anything. I'll tell you that. So I don't need too many
Yeah.
different things on my microphone. Um,
I mainly got the AGO3 because on mobile phone, it's really hard to plug in like an XLR mic.
yeah,
So
yeah. Are you
I
mostly?
I threw out $200.
Yeah. Are you mostly using your phone for when you are on stream?
Irium only uses phone. Like there's
Right.
no like stream key or anything, so you have to kind of stream from your phone.
Right. And
Uh, and it has really rudimentary like Live 2D tracking software, but I use a PNG tuber right now. I'm getting a Live 2D rigged at the moment.
so are you looking forward to that?
I am
Yeah.
actually. In the meantime, I also have a 3D model done by Dobby Dark, which
Mm.
is really nice. It's this kind of really nice Vroid that has like custom shading on it and everything.
Oh,
You
cool.
went hard on it.
Yeah.
You can actually see it on my Twitter if you just go to my media because it's just like right there.
Yeah. So we're gonna have all of the links we've been able to find up on the description for this interview, so
Yeah,
folks can tune in.
I could also like provide an image that you could just put on screen for like a second.
Yes, I'll put it on upside down for 1 second. See if they can get it.
Yeah.
Like the old TV days.
Here you
Oops,
go.
the slide's upside down. Um, yeah, I'll get it on there real quick for you, and so folks can see.
Yeah.
I'll mark this down as a spot in the video to do it because of the very cheap way I put these together.
Yeah, I really want to advertise it because my my modeler really worked hard on this
Mm.
and he only charged me $50.
Well, dang. Yeah, it worked on.
And like if you look at it, it's like pretty, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, a 3D model that is what you wanted for $50 is a bargain.
Yeah, it was. It was an absolute bargain. I decided to spend about 400 on rigging, even though I spent 177 on the model in total.
So what did you do with the rest of the money?
Uh, I spent 177 getting the model cut by
Mm,
my Irium artist,
yeah.
and the rest went towards my friend. I sent him the PNG and then I sent him like $250 to
Mm.
start, and I'm gonna send him 150 at the end of next month.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that'll be all ready to go. And when are you looking forward to debuting it?
Halloween.
Perfect, perfect, perfect timing. Are you going to do a special for Halloween? A special type of
Yes,
thing?
I am actually currently in the planning stages of things.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have like super special like turbo a lot of assets or whatever for Halloween, but I have like a playlist of things I'm gonna do and
Mm,
talk about.
I'm not going to ask you to
I
spill the
can't really
beans.
do anything too extreme, but I can at least do something kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to spill the beans on it because it's a special for a reason. Um, but
Yeah.
I would imagine it'd be horror themed.
Yeah, it's gonna be horror themed. I'm going to play some horror games. Not Silent Hill F, mainly because I don't want to spoil that for anyone.
Hmm.
And my mod really doesn't want to watch anything on Silent Hill F because she wants to play it.
Well, you gotta satisfy them too. I mean,
Yeah, I got to compromise a little bit.
that's right. That's right. And I think that's fair. I mean, and are you gonna? I gotta ask you this because you enjoy the horror games much. Would you rather have a game that gives you jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, or one that plays the long con for the horror part?
I love horror that okay, I don't like jump scare, jump scare, jump scare mainly because after a while those jump scares stop doing anything. I was actually playing a horror game at one point that did that,
Hmm.
and after a while I was like, okay, that was there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not a horror game guy myself, but I would think that after a while, you just kind of loses the
Yeah.
especially maybe one in a while, but not to the point where that's all you're looking
I
at.
I played a game called Bad Cheese, which, the story is really good. It's a really good horror game story-wise. It has way too many jump scares.
Yeah.
Um, I actually stopped being scared by it because I always knew, oh, something's gonna pop out right here. It became kind of predictable.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in it, but the story was so good that I'm okay with it.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least there's that that you can go
Yeah.
by. Which would you rather have? What what would make you turn a game off right away? Would it be bad writing, bad artwork, or what?
I can do bad artwork. I'm okay with bad artwork for the most part. It's fine. Like I've played a ton of games with artwork I would consider bad, quote unquote. Um, I think what would turn me off is if I'm playing it and the controls don't feel good.
Mm, yeah.
Because you can have the best writing in the world. If your controls are weird and don't feel good to use, I'm not going to continue.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that kind of takes out the I mean, if you can't get used to the controls, how are you going to get used to the game itself?
Yeah, and especially if it's like a horror game where, resources are limited and I have to run away from things.
Yeah.
If running away is a super big hassle, like I'm not going to want to play it because it's going to be a pain. And I know that some people are going to go, well, that makes the tension really good. Because there's always that person
Yeah.
who defends Resident Evil
Right.
controls with, oh, the tank controls make it tenser. And I go, no, the tank controls are just there because controllers only had D-pads.
Uh,
And then they bring up like Tomb Raider, and I go, Tomb Raider also had tank controls, and it used the D-pad, and I hated it.
yeah.
That usually like makes them immediately just stop talking.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. It's for you. What would be the ultimate horror game? What if you had one horror game that you would say is the best that you've played? What is it?
Um, right now, the best horror game, in my opinion, is honestly, it's going to be the first Silent Hill
Mm,
because while I know, yes, it's kind of a rudimentary game, it doesn't look as good as the others. I
yeah.
feel like that actually adds to it.
Ah. So it actually makes it by itself to be a better game.
It I'm personally freaked out by the kind of jagged PS1 monsters. They actually freak me out. Well, yes, Pyramid Head is kind of scary. There's something kind of freaky about something that's so polygonal and jagged, and
Yes.
you can barely see it.
That's why you got these horror games from the or horror movies. I think from the '60s. A lot of them really kind of went back to using like blocks and just shapes instead of recognizable forms for people, and it really does just kind of jar you quite a bit.
Yeah. And what's funny is Silent Hill, if I remember correctly, Silent Hill 1 had analog controls and it was on a PS1 game, which really disproves the whole Resident Evil had tank controls to, make tension.
Yep, exactly. Hey,
And people will probably say no, but like I remember being able to turn while also walking forward.
Yeah, it makes a big difference in the game if you can do that, and it just
I like
overall.
Resident Evil and I like Dino Crisis, although I haven't really played all of Dino Crisis. I need to.
Yeah. Well, folks, if you want to see Nikki Gestalt in action, what times are you normally streaming?
I'm trying to aim to stream at 2 or 4 p.m. It's not currently set in stone, but follow me on Twitch and follow me on X, maybe X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
And maybe, just hit the bell icon. Hit the bell to get more notifications from me. Like, comment, and subscribe so I get pushed in the algorithm or whatever.
There you go.
Influencers say.
You have to be run through the calculus in order to make sure it works correctly.
And my socials are all pretty much Nikki Gestalt VT. That includes my YouTube and my Twitch.
Yep. We'll have all those on the description for the interview here on
thank you.
The website. Nikki, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you. And
this was really fun.
Yeah, I really do appreciate it. And folks, check out what Nikki's got going on, and we'll hopefully be able to talk to you again pretty soon.
Yeah, and on Irium, it's just Nikki Gestalt. You should just find me by searching Nikki Gestalt with a space.
There you go. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me. This was very fun and a very great interview.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.